I hope you guys are having an amazing start to the week. If you guys are watching the replay, let me know in the comments with hashtag replay. I am so excited to talk about this today because this is something that not only really annoys me, but I also get a lot of questions on. So it's about Facebook groups and about how someone in this group asked a question about Facebook groups. I don't really know if it was exactly this, but it's something that I want to talk about because I'm really passionate about it. So the question is something like, you know, a lot of these Facebook groups used to let you pitch your products and your services in these groups all the time, but then a lot of the group owners, and for me being a group owner, that's why I want to share my opinion, because I want to tell you guys why. A lot of the group owners are not allowing people to pitch their products and services in Facebook groups. And I did an engagement live stream, I think it was like a couple days ago, and I spoke about how to bring value to other people by simply answering their questions, which has to tie into the answer today. So essentially, these group owners aren't allowing you to pitch your products and services doing the Oprah Winfrey copy with the Kim Kardashian photo and getting leads to your website, I guess, or your business. I'm going to tell you guys a better way to go about this. So if you guys are watching now, say hey, drop an emoji, drop a GIF, make me laugh. I love when you guys chat with me on live streams. And if you guys have any questions watching now or watching the replay about Facebook groups and how to intermingle with other people, how to chat with them, let me know. This girl is gonna walk by and she's staring at me as I was on the live stream. She was literally right in front of my car. But anyway, I'm parked in a really bad spot. I'm at an intersection where a lot of people are going to be looking at me. So if I make weird faces, that's why. So let's talk about Facebook groups. Like I said, if you guys have any questions about networking in Facebook groups and how to get people to buy your products and services, I'm going to talk about that today on this live stream. So I used this example in another live stream and I'm going to say it again. So let's just hypothetically say, I have two examples. Another one just popped in my head. Let's just hypothetically say you had a product and a service and you wanted to sell it. Whether it was a $500 course, a $15,000 mastermind, doesn't really matter about the price. It could be $1, whatever. And you're on Facebook, you're on Instagram, you're on Pinterest, you're on all these platforms and you're how do I sell this thing, right? So the first thing that we do, especially on Facebook, since this is about Facebook groups, I'm going to keep this conversation towards Facebook, is we go to where our ideal clients are congregating, which is in a Facebook group. Usually it's in a Facebook group of entrepreneurs. It could be a fitness Facebook group if you're selling weight loss or, I don't know, diet plans or whatever. So we automatically think that, okay, we create our perfect product, perfect website, perfect logo. Check, check, check. We have all those things, okay? And then we think, okay, I have all my ducks in a row. No one's really following me, but now I'm going to go sell what I need to sell. So where am I going to do that? I'm going to go to a Facebook group. You go to the Facebook group and then you realize that they don't allow you to, post about your product or your service. And then you're kind of shit, I just spent all of this time creating the perfect product, perfect website, perfect service. And I go to these Facebook groups that don't allow me to, talk about what I need to sell. And then people get mad at the group owner because this is happening. How many times has this happened to you? Okay. I actually saw this really long thread a couple months ago about how someone was getting so mad that the group owners weren't allowing people to post or pitch in the Facebook groups. And actually after this live stream, I'm going to take a screenshot of the amount of spam that I get, because in this Facebook group, the Vibe Tribe, what's it called? If someone submits a post, I have to verify that I like the post. So since this is an educational group, I don't allow pitches. I don't allow, because I'm so against pitching in Facebook groups, which is why I'm super passionate about this live stream. And I'm going to tell you the reason for that. It's because you get more value, or more people get value from you when you answer people's questions in other people's Facebook groups. You never have to pitch yourself, okay? So this goes hand in hand with what you should be doing instead of pitching yourself in other people's Facebook groups. You shouldn't have to worry about that. You don't need to pitch yourself in other people's Facebook groups. You need to give value to other people so they know that you exist. You honestly quite never even have to make a Facebook post about yourself, okay? People don't care about you. They care about how you can solve their problem. So how do you show them that you can solve their problem? When they post a problem, which is, how do I grow my Instagram followers? How do I get more engagement on Instagram? How do I lose 5 pounds in 3 weeks? How do I get in shape for my wedding? When you see these problems, you become the expert in their eyes when you answer it with a ton of value. If you guys are watching now, let me know if this is making sense. So we are so hyper focused on ourselves that like we need to have all of our ducks in a row in order to begin giving value to other people, okay? Which is simply not true. You don't need to have a website, you don't need to have a product, and you don't need to have a service, but you do need to start giving your value to other people. Another thing too is that when you answer your questions if you answer somebody else's questions with your value, they're gonna click on your profile, okay? So if you don't have a product, service, or a website, you need to have them go somewhere where they can start congregating because they are your ideal clients. So where are they going to go? They're going to go to your Facebook group, okay? They can go to your Instagram, which is highly unlikely because people like staying on the same platforms. So create your own Facebook group. Start cultivating your own message. Start cultivating your own tribe. And you do this by answering other people's questions in their Facebook group. And then you show up consistently on live streams every day and answer their questions. What does it look like I'm doing right now? I'm on a live stream. I'm answering somebody's questions. And I know this is a big question that a lot of people have because we are all so conditioned because we see all of these other people doing it that like when we join a Facebook group, the only thing we always see is people pitching themselves, pitching their business, pitching their whatever. And how many times do you scroll by that? I scroll by every single one. And it's not that I don't have the problem. Is I don't have the time to read everybody's Oprah Winfrey copy. And then like I see the same photo. It's like the selfie with like the champagne glass or like the Chanel bag, the Louis Vuitton bag. And it's like, people don't care about you. Like, I'm sorry, that is just reality. And that's a known psychological fact. I've read thousands of psychology books and that is a known fact. People care about themselves. Okay. So that's okay. But how do you help them when they don't care about you, but they only care about themselves? You answer their questions. Okay. So if you go in the same Facebook groups, there are people, it's like 50-50. You got people, actually it's more like 90% people pitching, but then you have the other 10% where people have genuine questions. And it is your moral obligation, it is your duty to go in these groups and answer those questions. But that's going to be a complete dud zone if you don't have a community that they can join. You don't need a website in order to do that. You just create a Facebook group and you don't tell them to join it, okay? If they are meant for you, if your ideal clients are meant for you, girl, it's back. If your ideal clients are meant for you, they're gonna find a way to connect with you. They're gonna find a way to join it because they need your help, okay? So we got a question. It says, it makes sense. What tools, therefore, should be used to provide such value? You are answering people's questions. So I don't know if is your question like, how can I provide more value to these people? You can create your own Facebook group, okay? But if you're just answering somebody's questions, your expertise is going to be providing the value to people, okay? So I'm going to give you guys an example. If I see a question on, you know, I'm trying to think, like, for example, this question, okay, where it's like, how do I market or how do I sell my products and services in Facebook groups? My answer is going to be, you don't pitch yourself in Facebook groups. You actually go into Facebook groups to answer other people's questions without pitching yourself. And then if people need more information from you, they will seek you out and then follow you and find you and continue like following you on your journey. Okay. Now, that seems very counterintuitive from what we've been taught. Okay. Or what we've been conditioned to believe. We don't always need to be pushing the sale in order to get the sale. Okay. All we need to do is show people that we know what we're talking about because we have experience. And when we show them that, they're going to know we are an expert in what we're talking about. So that grows the know, like, and trust factor. So if you only rely on creating posts that pitch your services, anyone can make a service. Like, I could make a service where it's like, I know how you can lose 50 pounds in a day. Like, click here, pay me $2,000 so you can get my secret. And it's kind of like, no one's going to click on that because no one, quite frankly, knows who you are. And that's the same thing about when you're posting in these Facebook groups. You are posting in a Facebook group that somebody else has congregated, okay? They are there to listen to the person that created the Facebook group. And I'm not saying that they're not going to like you. I'm not saying that they're not going to listen to you. But you should be starting your own Facebook group where you sell your own products and services and you get people that are there that actually listen to you and like you. Is this making sense, you guys? I want you to know, like, this is so super important because a lot of people are wasting so much time, you know, with the Oprah Winfrey script, with the Kim Kardashian picture, and then they're like dying inside because no one is buying their products and services. And the reason they're not buying your products and services is because you are entering a congregation that no one knows who you are. Even if you post every day, they still don't know you, okay? Because there's like 20,000, 50,000 people in these Facebook groups. So that means, like, that doesn't mean the same person is going to see you consistently every single time. So, and the reason why a lot of these Facebook groups are starting to ban posts and like stop that is because there's so much spam. It's like unreal. And it still happens in this Facebook group. And then I just delete people when they do it. But the thing is that the reason why that a lot of these group owners have like that, you need if I was a group owner, you need my permission in order to post. It's because there is so much spam and it lessens the quality of the group. That is the reason why, okay? It's not because what you said is stupid. It's not because, you know, they don't want your post to be in the group or anything. And it has a lot to do with the group's rules. And the group owner can do whatever they want with their group because they started it. It's kind of like an Instagram page. It's like, you can't, like, you're not going to go onto somebody else's Instagram to sell your products and services, right? You're going to sell your products and services on your own Instagram page. Why? Because you started it and you congregated that page, right? Okay, Adolfo says, with so many groups that are filled with spammy posters, which is the best way you would advise on finding quality groups? So this is really like, you got to join them all and then you filter it out yourself, because like, it's kind of like, this was the reason why this question was brought up in the first place, was because the person that asked this question liked the groups that they usually post in, but now a lot of the groups that she was posting in are starting to ban like the pitching part, which is why she was posting there in the first place. So honestly, groups are trial and error. I remember when I first started looking for groups, I would do anything that was related to me and my niche, which is like female entrepreneurship, digital nomads, like essentially that. So there's like thousands of groups. It's really, and since they're all private, the only thing you can really do is like join them all and then delete which ones you don't like being a part of. There's not really like, I don't know. There's not like this list where it's like, here are, I mean, obviously people make lists where it's like the 10 best groups for like social media marketing, 10 groups for whatever, but that doesn't mean that those are like, you know, that your favorite group could be on there. Is that making sense? So the best way that you can go about it is literally just searching on Facebook. And then when you start searching and joining these groups on Facebook, on the right hand side, they're gonna have like groups pop up that are similar to the one that you just joined. So that's another great way of finding groups besides using the search bar, is use Facebook's recommended group, I don't even know what to call that. Like things you would find on the side. That's what, group recommendations. You're awesome. Thanks. So are you. Okay. So I think I covered everything. But I'm going to wrap this up and I'm going to re-say it again, just in case if I forgot anything that I wanted to say about this subject. So, you should not be relying on Facebook groups and selling in other people's Facebook groups as your only method of selling online. because you are entering a congregation of people that quite frankly have no idea who you are. And if you try to sell anything to them, they don't know you, okay? So that's like going on somebody else's Instagram page that has like 20,000 followers and like writing a comment where it's like, oh, I have a new mastermind I just made, like click here to sign up. And it's like, these people don't know who you are. That's why the whole point of social media is creating our own congregations where our ideal clients can find us and then they can learn from us. And when they're ready, if like the know, like, and trust is like check, they will buy our products and services because they trust us, they trust our expertise, and they trust that they know what we are talking about. But what is not a marketing strategy, and I don't know who told anybody this, is going into a Facebook group and pitching your product and services where no one has, quite frankly, any idea about what you're talking about, okay? And I know that leaves a lot of people confused and frustrated because then they rely on vanity metrics instead of sales to see if it was successful or not. For example, let's just say they do a post in a Facebook group and the first time they do it, it gets like 200 likes and like 600 comments. And it could be like, oh, what's your Instagram handle? Like drop it below, like something so stupid and so irrelevant to your business. And then people get that high of like, oh my God, I'm getting so much engagement. Like people know about me, when in reality, no, people just love talking about themselves. So obviously they're going to drop their Instagram handle and they probably didn't even follow you on Instagram, right? So instead of focusing on pitching yourself in other people's Facebook groups, you need to provide value to other people in those Facebook groups by answering the question on their posts. It's not about creating your own posts, okay? But in order to get that person, which is your ideal client because you're answering their question, to follow you, you need to have that congregation where they can go. Okay. And so likely they're going to click on your profile. So that's either going to be your own Facebook group. It's going to be your Instagram. It's going to be something that you have so they can follow you because you have the answers they are looking for. Okay. Because if you spend all day like pitching yourself in these Facebook groups, these people like more, that doesn't mean people are ready to buy. It doesn't mean that's what they're looking for. It doesn't mean that they don't like you because they probably do. They're just kind of like, how can I get more of this person without committing to a purchase just yet? Because it takes somebody, I think somebody said in this group like 12 times in order for somebody to like see your content and like resonate with it and really understand what you're saying. So with Facebook groups, you need to create that congregation where your ideal clients can come to and come to your own Facebook group, okay? You shouldn't be relying on just simply selling in like your favorite Facebook groups on whatever and it's great if they're supportive. It's great if you love doing that. But at the end of the day, these people are going to forget about you in a heart like that because they are in that Facebook group because that Facebook group owner is the reason why they are there. Okay? Does that make sense? That doesn't mean they don't like you. That doesn't mean that what you're posting is bad. It doesn't mean any of that. It just means that you need to create your own congregation and then you can start growing that when you start giving value to other people. Let me know if this is making sense in the comments before I sign off. So yeah, don't get mad at other Facebook group owners if they used to allow you pitching posts and then they don't, because they're probably just as equally as like over it as everybody else, okay? It has nothing to do with the Facebook group owner. They're probably just, you know, dialing back and trying to get the intention set in the group again, because a lot of people only care about themselves, okay? Where it's like, I want to post my pitch and it's me. But in reality, the only thing you have to do is help other people. That's it, okay? It's never about us, it's about them. So it's even easier if you just, like, you will literally save hours in your day if you just stop posting about yourself and you just start helping other people, okay? I am going to be saying that on some, excuse me, so many more live streams, because I think that is something that a lot of us need to really, really like ingrain in our heads, okay? This doesn't have to be the Kim Kardashian photo, perfect selfie, champagne toast on the Eiffel Tower picture with your perfect copy that's like a novel and like no one wants to read, okay? In the nicest way possible. Like, people don't have time for that. We have goldfish brains, okay? You are going to be more impactful if you answer people's questions with your expertise than you are writing content about yourself. Okay? That's just a straight up fact. So yeah, I'm just rambling on now. So if you guys love this video, let me know in the comments. I absolutely love this question because I run this Facebook group. So this is all coming from my experience. And this is what works, and this is what worked for me, and this is how I grew this group organically. I didn't have a viral post. I didn't have like a celebrity sister or anything like that. Like, this is how I grew my group. So anyways, that's it. So I hope you guys love this video. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. If something doesn't make sense, let me know anything. And if you guys ever have a question on anything related to Pinterest, Instagram, YouTube, growing your business using social media, anything social media marketing related, let me know in the comments, because your question could be the topic of my next live stream, which is tomorrow. So I hope you guys have an amazing Thursday, and I will see you guys tomorrow on the next live stream. Bye guys.